I will be reading and explaining a poem, Aunt Jennifer's Tigers, by Adrian Rick. This poem is in the book Flamingo, which is in English Core or CBSE Class 12 syllabus. I will be reading that poem stanza wise and keep on going explaining it. The poem is about an old married lady who is trapped in a male dominating marriage and her art which helps her to escape from that unhappy marriage. Stanza 1. Aunt Jennifer's tigers prance across a screen, bright, topaz, denizens of a world of green. They do not fear the man beneath the tree. They pace in sleek, chivalric certainty. The very first line gives impression of the art of Aunt Jennifer. It is free, bold, and teeming with hope. They are bright and vibrant like topaz. Topaz is a yellow colored precious stone. In other words, the yellow skin of those tigers is bright and appealing. They seem to be the inhabitants of a green world. Green world here is symbolic, which means hope. In the third line, the poet says that those tigers do not fear the man beneath the tree. Man refers to male dominion and tree refers to the world. This symbol, man under tree, gives the impression of men who are dominating the world and society. However, here the situation is different. The tigers do not fear those men dominion at all. The tigers move in sleek, elegant, and chivalric way. The word chivalric was used for royal movement. However, here the poet personifies the tigers. According to her, these tigers are fearless, they do not fear human, and move ahead in a gallant way. In this stanza, the poet describes the art and their characteristics put by the artist Aunt Jennifer. Second stanza. Aunt Jennifer's finger fluttering through her wool find even the ivory needle hard to pull. The massive weight of Uncle's wedding band sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hand. In this stanza, the poet talks about the artist and her condition, which is on the contrary to that of a tiger's. According to the poet, Aunt Jennifer's finger flutters through her wool. Flutter means flapping the wings of birds quickly. Here it refers to the inability of Aunt Jennifer to use her fingers for freedom. It is difficult and hard for her to pull the ivory needle. It looks like she is facing problem while curving the paintings. There are probably two reasons for that. Either her husband does not allow her to do what she likes to do, or she has become frail due to psychological problems from her failed marriage. The next two lines depict the reality. According to the poet, the massive weight of Uncle's wedding band sits heavily upon the hand of Aunt Jennifer. Actually, a band is not that heavy. The poet is referring to some psychological burden. The poet uses Uncle's wedding band, which means he is dominating the life of Aunt Jennifer. It means she is bearing the weight of her failed marriage, which she can't escape. This depicts the reality of woman's condition. Woman has to bear the problems of marriage because she has nowhere to go. The poet throws light on this aspect of society. Aunt Jennifer finds difficult to curb the tigers due to the fear of her husband and the psychological problems. Yet, she managed to curb it due to her strong inner will. Third stanza. When Aunt is dead, her terrified hands will lie, still ringed with ordeals she was mastered by. The tigers in the panel that she made will go on prancing, proud and unafraid. When aunt will die, her terrified hands will still have the rings of marriage on them. Though she will die, the ordeals of her marriage, which dominated her life, will still remain with her. However, the art will exist with high spirit, proudly and fearlessly. In other words, though she dies, her tiger will still remain alive, fearless, proud, and bold, unlike her. This line gives the powerful message that art has no boundaries, no obstacles, and everlasting. A woman can feel liberated only through her art, if not in her real life.